Greetings, everyone. Greetings. Welcome, 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 people. Watagwan, Watagwan. I hope you guys are feeling well. I hope you're having a good weekend. For those who had a rough week, you are in the right place because we're going to change energy and change your vibration, people. Tonight on Jamaica Celebrity Talk, we have two remarkable young ladies, both experts, one would say, in social media. First up, we have Isita Natisha, who is a social media guru. Hey, listen, people. Remember, I take a whole heap of the jugs them, from my back. So, yeah, I'm kind of floating. Yeah. So, the purpose of this, of course, is to document their story. And social media is a massive part of entertainment, and you know what we do here is we talk about entertainment. And I decided that there's no way we could be doing this without talking to two persons who have made an impact, or who understand the concept of social media and how it has changed Jamaica, changed the world, changed entertainment. As a result of social media, you can literally become a star in one night. Literally. So just want to tell you all, thank you so very much for being here. No, hold on there. Yeah. Yeah. So my name is Peter Lloyd. This is Peter Lloyd World YouTube channel, and we are going to get this started. The first up, we're going to talk to Isita Natisha. Now, I've known her for a minute. Lovely human being, wonderful person, really knowledgeable about social media. So we're going to bring her up and have a conversation with her regarding her life, etc. And people, me lucky, a two at girl me there with tonight, two at girl, two Nubian queens, and I'm grateful. So we're gonna bring up Isita Natisha, who is a social media guru. Natisha, what's going on?
I'm good. Good night. How are you, Peter?
I'm very, very good. I'm happy that you decided to do this. I am actually humbled that you decided to do this.
Absolutely. It's a massive pleasure. It's a massive
Oh, the pleasure is mine. The pleasure is mine. The purpose of this stream really is to document life stories of Jamaicans like yourself, people in entertainment sphere. And we decided that we cannot be talking about entertainment without mentioning the one thing that has impacted entertainment more than anything else in the last 10 to 15 years, which is social media. It has changed the platform completely. So before we start, tell us a little bit about your history. I mean, where are you from originally? Which school did you go to, etc.?
I am a country girl. I'm originally from Savlamar, Westmoreland. I was born and bred on 24 Beckford Street. My dad still lives there.
Yes, nice.
And I went to Manning School. And from there, I went to University of Technology and the World. So that's my humble beginning. I'm the oldest for my mom of 5 children. She has 4 girls and 1 boy. And I have 2 lovely girls of my own now. I know living one together, and I am a full-time online business coach for social media. How I started in that, 10 years ago thereabouts, I started a blog. And from that blog, I decided I needed to find a way to make money because these Caucasian women in the States are balling on their blogs. Mom blog became a thing, mommy, and I'm like, I'm a mom and I'm blogging, so why I can't make the money too? So I figured out with a lot of research how to essentially sell digital content. So the first thing I started to sell was a checklist, a cleaning checklist for women staying at home with their kids, how to organize their life and clean in a schedule and clean out them fridge and make up them bed and cook them husband dinner and, recipes and that kind of thing. And they bought it. They bought something that pretty much we do every day with our eyes closed and our hands tied behind us. And from there, I was living abroad at that time. I came back to Jamaica and I couldn't find a job because I was out of Jamaica for 10 years and I had to start from scratch again. And it wasn't working because now I had 2 kids, car payment, rent, that kind of stuff. It just wasn't working. And somebody said to me that, social media is kicking off here in Jamaica. Why not try your hand in corporate social media? So I'm like, okay, I do social media for myself. What's the difference? The difference was vastly different because you post for yourself, you post it out. At that time, there was no content strategy or social media strategy. There was just marketing and that kind of thing. And from there, I got Yellow Pages, social media pages to handle for on a contract. They had 15 pages and I think like 4 or 5 Instagram, and I had to create content for the month. I literally stopped that account because they just said sink or swim, and I sunk it. But I learned from that mistake, and I learned to kind of figure out what worked. I did a lot more research. I educated myself. I did online courses. I followed people. I went on YouTube before YouTube was even a big thing, and I taught myself what to do. I tested my own strategies, and then I went from one account to the next. I think I got Rare Nephew Wines and then Gas Pro and then some other big accounts to kind of handle and do images and so forth. So I created a social media agency where that was concerned, and I was doing that, but I still felt like I was working for somebody. So I wanted to have a part of the business that was mine. So I went back into blogging, started making other things. I was going through a divorce. So I started to help women to get over their divorce and be more wholesome and love back themselves and find that path. And I started to sell an email course, a 21-day email course into loving yourself. And that kicked off, and that made me some money, and went into that. I decided, okay, I started.
Hold on there. So wait. So this is the blog that you're doing. Why? No, I mean, you're giving us a lot of great information, but I have to go back to the very beginning. Why blogging, and define that? Because there are people who really don't know what a blog is. All
right.
And for anybody who's watching or who's going to come along and watch after when we split this up, define blogging and tell me what was the driving force. What made you get into blogging initially?
All right. So there's essentially 2 types of blogging. Blogging for fun and blogging to make money, which is a vastly different thing. Right. Blogging to make money is running an online business, a proper business. So blogging is essentially a writing platform where you put up your thoughts. So I had thoughts at the time to be a writer. I wanted to write. I wanted to be that kind of thing. I was sitting at home, just had a baby, didn't have any clue what I wanted to do. And I was abroad, and my entire family was in Jamaica. Right. So I had to be doing this call, that call, send this email, and this person would read and call. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start a blog to give them updates on my kids, my daughter at the time. And I did the blog, and I gave them the link to read what was happening, what she was doing, her teeth coming, that kind of stuff. Then I cut off my hair. I had locks, like shoulder length locks, and I cut off my hair, and I started to do a TWA, and I got a drove of people asking, how you manage? How did you do that? Why did you make that stance? And how do you take your hair now? And you look so nice. How are you doing your makeup? And I started blogging about my natural hair journey. Right. And that process just kind of took off, as it was at the cusp of natural hair movement. And I was a part of that. I named my blog The Born Natural, spinning the whole Born in Jamaica, me Born Natural. Why you look like that? So why you look like that? Become a born, so I'm a born. So Born Natural, born with crosses here and we got them things. So I named it that, and I just continued. I started that for that time though, for that blog, it was really just what I did. I was making the money from it. I was just, AdSense. I get a $2 here from Google, $100 here from Google because of ads and traffic. That's a little tip in the bucket of what you can make. Right. Mm-hmm. So I had the blog, came back to Jamaica. Through the blog, I got to go to events for natural hair and skincare and beauty and that kind of thing, and that made me money there. And then I started the mommy blog, Mommy on Wine. So I like wine. I really like wine. So I started the whole Mommy on
Okay.
Wine thing and said that as a mom, drinking my wine with my two girls, this is how you go get over all the shit, if I can say that here, that life is throwing at you
Absolutely.
as a mom and black woman. You can't do it, and you can't do it with a glass of wine, looking classy and cost just as much. So I went ahead and I did the blog where that was concerned, and that blog made enough money, so I bought my first car off of a lot.
Right.
I'm go and
Nice.
want the carrier. I'm gonna want to
Nice.
get there. I'm gonna come pick it up back. And them say, okay, I'm gonna say thanks. I'm drive off of the lot with my car. So it did work, it made sense. So blogging, it takes you have to know, look into your analytics and see what people are reading and make series out of those. If I blog about my earring and I get 10,000 people like my earring, I blog about my necklace and how it matches my earring, and then how my hair matches my earrings. So you make a series out of it. So you essentially get the same people coming back for the content. So just like with anything on social media, you try to be the master of one thing and then you branch out. So if you're going to blog about cell phone or do a social media about a business about cell phone, you want to niche right down to a cell phone under $20 made by Apple, so to speak, and you talk about everything that surrounds. You talk about the colors, the size, the features, how you get it, how you fix it, everything. So everybody know that you now are the person to come to for this $20 phone that Apple has. And that is how you build your audience. And then from that, the audience will start to push you into why you not get a more expensive phone and you say, all right, I'm gonna get another one. Or why you not try Samsung and after half of the persons are asking for a particular thing, then you branch out, branch out. So that's essentially how blogging and social media work. And if you read your analytics and ask questions to your audience and listen to what they're saying, you will forever be making money on that platform once you're consistent.
So okay, so apparently you got into this because um you had a passion for what you're doing. Clearly, it came from a personal place, and then you saw the potential in this thing for it to make money. I mean, for it to transition into something completely different.
Right.
Now, several persons have asked me regarding the trophy being on tonight. There are things that a lot of people are confused about. It I have been told two opposing things regarding social media in general. One set of people say you need to know the technicalities, the keywords, the search engine optimization, the algorithms. And then another set of people say, yo, find something you're passionate about, perfect it, work at it, and your audience will eventually find you. All right. Which of it for you? What drove you? Was it just more right about this? And I realized, wait a minute, I'm making a little money, so I kept you keep pushing, or was it that you said, you know what, I'm gonna blog about my hair because I think there's a market. Which one happened with you? Or it was
It was passion. I did what I love because I found out from the blogs that because it took effort to sit down and write a blog for an hour or two or sometimes 4 hours, find the images, find the keywords, market it on social media, Pinterest, da 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 da, it can become taxing and really mind-boggling and very frustrating. You have to love what you do so you will be consistent and you will consistently stay motivated to do it. Because no matter how many followers you have or what platform you have, they thrive on consistency. Whatever technicalities that you're using, consistency is what works. So if you're going to blog, Google Analytics and Google AdSense pick up the consistency. Your followers pick up the consistency. The social media that you put them on pick up the consistency and knows to put you in this space all the time. So it, it's it's a little bit of technicality where after you started and you're putting your passion and everything into it, and you're like, okay, I'm doing this for 6 months, I'm doing it for a year now. I think I've built up my credibility. I think I've shown and I have some followers and I get some questions asked and all of that. I don't tell anybody to start asking your audience for money until at least after 6 months to a year, closer to a year. You want to let them live, know, and